Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Hurts throwing right away. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. You look at this Cowboy defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. On second down, Swift on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First down, Eagle.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Dan Arnold, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. Breaks through the contact. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The partner of this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get to an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
Now this throw caught left side, and he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give to Pollard running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd down, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Michael Gallup. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Devontae Smith, a 7-yard pickup, brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? He's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Once again, it's Swift.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Hurts.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. KaVontae Turpin now to return. He's past the 30. And he will be taken down up near midfield. So a clever idea to send a return man back there, and it nearly paid off.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington.
Here we go, 46.
On second down, it's Pollard.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Prescott off play action. Cooks, full extension, it's complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
Concrete.
toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
All right, open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go play action with Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but that clock rolling. Play action. Here's Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. The man in motion is Brown. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts for 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Here's Ward to return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Escaping the pressure right.
That's dumped off to Pollard.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
We're going to 53.
Play action now. Prescott. Incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Running right, it's Pollard.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Bryan Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
On the return is Ward.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
63.
Hurts. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
49-yard line.
Here we go. Jack.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Brought down by Deion Jones. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flush to his right.
Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches.
So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. In motion left goes Cooks. Third and long for Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Nolan Smith
In there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball batted away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Prescott now.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it.
Short pass tip, but caught anyway.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, this is one of those plays where your instincts actually go against you. You really need to try and knock that down, but it happened so fast, partner.
Yeah, you see the ball in the air, maybe even though you're behind the line, you just think, I need to catch this and try to make a play.
Yeah, what you really need to do, knock it to the ground and just go ahead and go to the next down, because now you're probably going to lose yardage.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Throwing. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now. 17-7.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Micah Parsons in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
They'll look to throw here.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Deshaun Wright.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Down pass. Intercepted. The Cowboys take over first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Here we go, going to 54, going to 54, wide. Here we go, going to 54, wide. Here we go, kill.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go, going to 53.
To throw is Prescott.
That is incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And this one is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's third down here.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
That's on Pro Bowl center Jason Kelce. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. They go play action with Hurts.
He'll buy some time right.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. One cut, and he goes. That's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this past the 20-yard line.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
Second down, here's Hurts.
Well, this is Smith with the grab. Now will get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a